How to crack JEE in one day? The thing is, you can't. You're cooked. If you would have watched my previous video on how to crack JEE within 3 months and followed all my tips, you wouldn't be clicking on this video right now. But since you clicked on this video, I'm going to be assuming that you didn't do anything and you want to crack JEE in one day. But don't worry, I'm going to be giving you tips on how to do that. So since starting of this video, I'm going to be telling you in points, okay? Here's the thing, how to crack JEE in one day without studying anything. This is the thing, without studying anything. I mean, you would be having some knowledge till now. I mean, I'm not assuming. I mean, if you don't have anything, then I don't know. Maybe this video would help you, but you can follow, okay? So, without studying anything is the highlight of this video. In this video, I'm going to be giving you tips, okay? Some tips that you can follow and that will actually help you crack it. First, the first thing over here is in points. This is the first point, okay? Here are the tricks. Let me just write it properly. These are the tricks that you can be using during your examination and it will help you. The JEE exam is of 300 marks. So JEE exam is 300 marks, okay? The thing is, it's divided into 3 subjects: maths, physics, chemistry. And each subject has 100 marks. Okay, so each subject is out of 100. 90 questions are there totally. Okay, so now 90 is divided into 30, 30, and 30. And in this are like 30 questions for maths, 30 questions for physics, and 30 questions for chemistry. And if you divide this, you get 20 questions are MCQ and 10 are numerical. And this is same for all of this. So what I'm gonna tell you in this video is how to crack this 20 marks. I mean like most of the marks. Most of the marks in this 20 questions, not 20 marks. So I will be telling you clues, like without studying anything, how to score marks in this 20 questions, close to 20 questions per subject. Okay, the tricks in this video I'm going to be giving you are the first trick. The name of the first trick is PCI. That's the first trick. PCI means pick, choice, in between. So a question is given to you, okay? In that question, the answer choices are given like A, B, C, and D. Okay, now the value of the answer choices can differ. Like you can see over here, 100, 200, 300, and 400. So these can be interchanged, like B can be 100 or like anything of that stuff. In these types of questions, what you have to do is you have to avoid the smallest number and the largest number. Like over here, it's 400 is the largest one and the smallest one is 100. So the chances of the answer being these choices is less, okay? They usually don't give answers as extreme ends. So now you can eliminate A and D in most of the cases. And you can choose B and C as the answer. And it actually works in most of the cases. Now since you have two in between numbers, the probability of you getting the answer correct is 50% or 1 by 2. So yeah, you can get this answer by you can either choose A or C over here, the in between numbers, and the probability of being correct is actually 50-50 if you eliminate these two. And that's how most of the questions I've analyzed are. To prove that, I'm going to be showing you some questions that I have done today, and out of the many I have analyzed, the outcome is same. For example, if I take this over here and I'm going to show you this question, I didn't select any question that I got correct, okay? I just did randomly and I chose these set of questions. So if you look at this question over here, it says this thing. Don't read the question. For this to apply, just look at the answer choices over here, okay? So the answer choices, you have A, B, C and D. And the options are varying, okay? Over here, if you look, it's 2.2 gram, 2.0 gram, 1.7 gram and 2.5 gram. So these numbers, you can easily tell which is the highest value and which is the lowest value. So if you look at this over here, you can tell that 1.7 is the lowest value and 2.5 is the highest value. So that's option C and D. You can eliminate it. After eliminating them, you will understand that A and B are the in-between numbers. Now the choice of that is a 50-50 and I would like to pick answer B. So that's what I did and I got the correct answer. Now I will give you an example of some other question. Now if you look at this question over here, you see, just look at the options and it's simple. The options are 5, 40, 10 and 20. A, B, C and D. Just in this PSI, what you have to do is just pick the lowest and the highest value. That is 5 and 40. You can eliminate them because in most of the cases it's working like this. After eliminating them, you have C and D, the in-between numbers. That is 10 and 20. So the answer is 50-50. Now the probability of you getting wrong is half. The probability of you getting it right is half. Now, all you have to do is choose one answer over here. I would like to choose D. Okay? That's what I did in the morning. And the correct answer is D. You can even solve the question and see. Now, this is the third question. In this question, just 1 second. Yeah, this is the third question. Third question I did in the morning, okay? I applied the same strategy over here, but the thing is, the highest and the lowest values over here are, highest value is 264 and the lowest value is 51. I eliminated them and I chose the answer as C or something, but it came wrong because the correct answer for this question is A. So you have to be careful in this choices. Now since you want to finish everything in one day, I'm gonna tell you this. You have to be careful and apply just a few questions, okay? For you to avoid getting everything wrong. Like this is the example of the question. So if you wrote the answer as by applying this strategy, you would have gotten -1 over here. So it happens, okay? It's fine. What is -1 compared to the 4 marks? Like in before 2 questions, you got already 8 marks. And this question -1 meaning 7 marks. So you easily got 7 marks out of nowhere. Now, so this question. In this question, if you look at this question, you see A, B, C and D. And the values are 1.90, 2.79, 3.85 and 2.90. You can easily tell the lowest value is 1.90. Highest value is 2.90. You can eliminate them and you get the between numbers as 2.79. Oh my bad, 1 second. So highest value is 3.85, lowest value is 1.90. You can eliminate B and C, and A and D are 50-50 chance. And while I was solving them, I chose D and I got it correct. And yeah, this strategy works in most of the, if you use this strategy, you have most of the chances of getting it right. Like you see, you can eliminate them in 50-50 and the chances of your answer being right are there. You see, that's it. So this is PSI strategy, okay? Now I'm going to be sharing you the second strategy. 1 second. Second strategy is DBTS. DBTS. The full form is don't be too simple. Don't be too simple. Like, you understand? I'll just write it over here. I'm sorry, I'm making this video in a hurry, okay? That's why I might, get confused. But yeah, just look at this. So, DBTS. Don't be too simple. Now, for this strategy, I'm going to be giving you a question. So, 1 second. So, here's the question, okay? Just don't read the question, just look at the answer choices. So, the answer choices, you have A, B, C, and D. Now, the thing is, if you look at the choice C over here, it looks different. Like see, it's 2.5 and every other ones are like 4, 6 and 3. They don't have point in them. So you can easily tell C is different from the other answer choices over here. Now, in JEE exam, they won't give you some answer choice. The probability of them giving you a answer choice like 2.5 and it's differentiable from other answer choices is very rare, okay? So if your answer is there, it is similar to other choices and that's not happening over here. So I'm telling you to eliminate the answer choice C over here. If you do that, you have A, B and C, A, B and D over here, okay? A, B and D are left. Now, if you randomly choose something from here, the probability of you getting it right are 33.333%. So, at least it became from 1 by 4 to 33.333%. Now, you might choose anything random over here or apply strategy PCI over here. But for this particular question, if you apply PCI strategy, the answer won't be correct because see, A, B, for example, A, B and D, you have to choose one, right? But the thing is, if you choose one over here, the between number is A, which is not the correct answer. The correct answer is B. So what I'm gonna be telling you is just eliminate one option, okay? Eliminate one option, then you have three choices and you need to randomly choose one. The probability of you getting it right is 3.333%. In some cases, if you have the gut feeling that it could be correct, after eliminating one of the choice, you can use PCI strategy and the chances of you getting the answer correct are also like very much. Understand? So you can either do the first thing or the second thing over here. That's one of the question. I'm gonna be presenting you with second question, which I solved, okay? So these questions are not staged at all. These are really like I solved around like for example I'm telling you this, okay? I solved 10 questions and 7 of them by using the 3 strategies I'm going to be presenting you, I got them right. So the second question using DBTS is this one. If you look at this question, you can see that there are 4 options: 6 volt, 4 by 3 volt, 3 volt, and 12 volt. Okay. Oh no, it's I just told volt. I don't know why, but look, A, B, C, and D. Just don't read the question. So you can see which is differentiable over here. You can easily see that B 3 by 4. I mean 4 by 3 is different from 6B, 3B, and 12B because it has denominator as 3. You can easily differentiate this answer by just looking at it. So you can just eliminate B from here. Then you have 3 choices, that is A, C, and D. Now you can do that thing. You have 33.333% of getting one answer correct. But if you don't want to risk it, you can use PCI over here. So out of C, B, this A, C, and D, if you use PCI, you can see that C is the smallest, like 3 is the smallest number, 12 is the largest number, in between number is 6. And I chose that and I got that as the correct answer. Now, if you look at the third question over here, in this question, you can read the options. Just one second, I'm just gonna make sure it's a correct question. Yeah. So in this question, you can see the options are 4, 2.5, 1 and 5. And you know what to do. You can eliminate B because it's 2.5 and it's easily differentiable from the other options. If you do that, you again have 33.333% chance of getting it correct. You can go one step forward and again use PCI. That is from you can see over here that 1, 4 and 5 are there, but if you use PCI in this question you'll get it wrong. So yeah, it depends upon you. You just trust yourself, okay, and their chances. And I didn't use PCI in this question. So out of 1, 4 and 5, if I use PCI, I would be getting A as the answer, which is not. The correct answer is 5. So it depends on you whether to use PCI or not use. You can either take risk and use 33.33% or you can take risk and use PCI. So that's the ending of the second trick. We now come to the third trick in this video. So the third trick name is SWA. Okay. So in this strategy, it's like similar word answer. So by the name only you can get. It depends on similar word. Like if you look at this question over here, you can see the word in the options uniformly. Uniformly is in all the words. Now you just have to see how many of the words match. So if you look A and B, uniformly accelerated, uniform motion along a straight line. So you can eliminate A and B, because see, if you look at C and D, they are more words matching than A and B. So if you eliminate those two, you have two options. Like see, if you look at C and D, you have words matching like uniformly accelerated having motion along a straight line, uniformly accelerated having a motion along parabolic part. So except the last part is different. So C and D have more matching words. So if you come to this point, you have 50% chance. It's either C or D. It's 1 by 2. So it's either this or this. You can take the risk, 50-50 chances, and get it correct. So over here I got it wrong actually. I chose C, but the correct option is D. So yeah, there's 50-50 chance, But for this next question, if you look at this, in the options, it's 11 by 20, 13 by 17, 18 by 11, and 11 by 18. Over here, you have to see the questions having the similar, just find some similarity between 2 points, okay? Over here, if you want to find similarity over here, A by D is in all the questions, so all of them are there. But now, just find, okay? Over here, you can find one C and D, 18 by 11 is there, and in D, 11 by 18 is there. But in A and B, they don't have matching numbers. Only C and D have those. So you can eliminate A and B. Now you only have C and D. Now the chance of you getting it right is 50% again. You can choose in between C and D. And I randomly chose D and I got it correct, as you can see over here. And that's the ending of this strategy. Now here's the thing that you shouldn't do. If you look at the fourth one, here's the D, one second, D and A. So in this strategy, do not attempt is the thing. Here's an example of the DNA strategy, that is do not attempt type. If you can see, Y, X, Z and Y are the options over here, and you can't clearly differentiate. Even the numbers are different, and you can't really differentiate anything in the options. You can't find anything similar either. In these types of questions, all you have to do is leave it, so you won't lose any marks. And other questions that are applicable for the strategies that I have told you, you just use them. And in this video, I have told you all the possible strategies over here, like these 1, 2 and 3. Quick revision. PCI, in PCI strategy, you have to eliminate the low and the highest numbers and choose 50-50 in the between numbers. In the DBTS strategy, all you have to do is, if an option looks different, you have to eliminate it. Then you have 3 choices and your chance of getting it right at 3.333. Sometimes you can use PCI strategy to get the answer from the 3 choices. Now the third one is SWA strategy. In SWA strategy, you have to look similar word answers. Like you have to find the similar answers. So the words that look similar, you have to find them, and the things that are not similar, you have to eliminate them. Then you have 50-50 chances of getting this right. In do not attempt, if, the example I have shown you over here, if you find questions like that in which you can't use any of this, then you shouldn't attempt it, so you won't lose any marks. This video is just a last minute help, and I want you to know that if you have studied something, you can use these tricks on the questions that you can't solve, but you haven't studied anything, also you can use this strategy. But if you don't try solving all the questions by using this strategy. Just find the questions like the ones I have shown you over here and use these strategies on the questions, okay? You can do that kind of thing, and I can assure you most of the time you'll be right. And who knows, it's better to something than zero, if you understand what I'm saying. And that's the end of this video, guys. Hope this video will help you during your JEE preparation, and yes, all the best. You can crack it.